Good morning. Wednesday, February 28th. Bitcoin going through the roof. We're getting rich. If you're holding Bitcoin, you're getting rich. This is incredible. And it's only at 61,000. I think what's the highest been? 65, 67,000? It went up $4,000 overnight. Unbelievable. All sorts of speculation. I mean, it's been going up round numbers 8 to 10% a day. Yeah. If you're trading Bitcoin, you probably should just hodl Bitcoin. You should just hold it, or they call it hodl. Hold, HODL. I don't even know what that stands for, but that means hold it. I'm no Bitcoin prognosticator. I'm just watching what's going on and looking at my own Bitcoin. Very impressive. Exciting times. Also, our trading is incredible. Let's go over to the app here. We are in a free Forex trade, fxwithterry.com, Forex signal trade, CAD Chief right now, and that's good. So all the CHFs are popping off. So the comment FX with Terry signals free. What's interesting is I've picked the right pairs to move at the right pace for the free signals, because the intent of the free signals is to give you a taste of how this works, not to make you rich from free signals, because mine are the only signals on the internet that always win. Go ahead and find some other signals. Let's compete. You can't beat this. Cannot beat it. I don't think there's anything closed overnight. And for the week, we've closed $184.42 of signal trades. You could have bid whatever you want. These are the free trades that I've sent out within the last week. Here's what's going on. So $184.42 closed. And we're in this slow mover, CAD Chief. It is what it is. But this will be a good, nice, solid trade. You can see I've set the take profit to 0.65152. Let's move on and go look at the premium signals. Going to go to the pause, going to pull up my account list. Premium is 688. In fact, I probably need to do something. Let me check my microphone volume in a second here. Before I go in, give me 1 second, because this thing, every time I reset the computer, my volume is horrible. Let's see if it screwed me again this morning. So let's see. Input is max and output. Okay. Actually, output not max. Fucking piece of shit. Like I told you, I got a brand new microphone coming in a few days here. So let me take a look at one thing. We've got people on. Do me a favor in the live chat on YouTube. Let me know what the volume, how it sounds. I just pumped it up a little bit. I've had volume issues on these lives forever. So, excuse me. So speaking of the premium signals, we are currently in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades. And I will show you the closed overnight here. Mark says, sounds fine. Yeah, it's a lot. Now it's a lot louder on my end. All right, good. Let me bring this down a little bit. Down for me, not for you. So, closed overnight. Get rid of these green lines I got on here. $60.58 closed profit. Net profit overnight. That's a signal profit. I bid a base $1 per pip. And sometimes it can increase based off of what the market's doing. But I just have to say that all the time, because I know people are going to skim across this live and go, oh, this guy's got a Forex account. He made $60. That ain't shit. I need to make 6,000. Well, I'll show you how I did that. I'll show you how I did that in another account. I'll show you that. So stick around. But this is a signal closure, and it's an indication of net profit. And I'll say it. What did you bid? if you're taking these signals, and these are my premium signals, what did you bid? Anybody holding Bitcoin and getting really excited? I mean, yesterday I seen some YouTube videos on it was at 57,000. About a week ago, I was just conveying the information. I'm not the prognosticator, where it was like 48, 49,000, and they said it's going to 55. So I posted that on Facebook. It went to like 57. And then overnight we went to, what are we at, 61 now? I seen it as high as 62. Pretty incredible. We'll go look at a chart at the end of this here. So let's go back to pause. Go on to the next account. I think this is going to be, I haven't really looked at this morning, but this is going to be pretty impressive. We're going to look at my high profit signals account. Now, I keep saying signals. That's how we started in beta. I'm going to say it again. Next, we're going to look at my high profit auto trader feed. So it is gold, US 30, SPX 500, NES 100, and US oil. And I know it's been popping off last night and looking really, really good. We're going to look at the base automated account, and then I'm going to show you an account where I've copied two of my auto feeds, the high profit and another one called one profitable feed. And I did a little tweak to it. We'll talk about it. Looking pretty impressive. So if you didn't like the $60 in signal closed profit overnight, again, it depends on what you bid. I think you're going to like the next account, or not the next one, but the next couple that are coming up. So let me pull this up. Here is the actual auto feed account. Let me pull it up here. Haven't even looked at it. Stuff is popping off here. I've got my iPad in the background. I'll take a look here. So let me share. We are in the second part. We are in number 2 and number 3 of a gold trade that I sent out this morning. And if you look at total closed for the day, we have $354.02 closed for the day. Pretty amazing. We did a gold trade this morning that immediately went against us. And then we recovered with a US 30 buy for $110, and that's the base lot that goes out in the auto feed. I'm going to show you what this looks like copied to another account at a higher lot size. And then we closed trade 2 and trade 3 on US 30 at basically break even. Then we did a gold sell trade. And this is just coming out from the basic automated account, $21 there. And then a US 30 at $280, and we've got profit, a little bit of profit that we're holding on to. But again, that's the feed, right? So this is still a scenario where it's like, what did you bid? That's still a pretty nice profit. I don't care what happened, even after taking the hit on gold, and we got right back into it. So what I'm going to show you next, let me pause this here, is an account that I copied these two with some really nice lot sizes. So let me look at the account number here. Let's look at it. It is 773. So stand by. Here it is. And I'll kind of explain what we're looking at here. These two trades at the top here, these are from my one profitable trade feed, and then we're holding on to these two, as you've seen from the auto system. I'm just bidding more, okay? So these two at the top here, they're just stable, steady trades. But let's look at what happened overnight. So I got to scroll all the way back. So we were holding on to this, and this particular account is a combination of my high profit auto feed and my one profitable trade feed. Okay, just pay attention to that. And so the standard currency pairs like this GBP USD, that it was hanging in there. I think if we look at this, let's see here. Yeah, we went into this trade on the 22nd, and it was just hanging there yesterday. So I'm like, all right, normally my one profitable trade feed only takes one currency pair trade at a time and trades it to profitability and then moves on. And of course, you can see the gold and US 30, which we'll get to. So this thing, so I was like, all right, instead of taking one profitable trade, give me two. If GBP USD is going to sit there for 5 days, give me two so we can get some movement. And almost immediately in the middle of the night, GBP USD just goes into profit. Like, it was in a lot of drawdown on this account. When I say a lot, like, it was in like $4,000 or $5,000 drawdown, and I'm like, it's just sitting there. All of a sudden, bam, $750 worth of profit. And then, because I had the one profitable trade feed programmed for two currency pairs instead of one, because I just wanted to increase the volume, USD Chief popped off, $863. GBP USD again, $750. And then I think, yeah, if we come down even farther, GBP USD popped off again at $750. So I was like, all this crazy movement, it comes down to patience, right? I was getting impatient. So let's look at the actual high profit trades here, which are pretty impressive. So this was the first gold trade that went against us. And that's about, a $1,500 in the negative. But the system come right back and recovered, did a US 30 at more than double whatever the negative was before that, right? And then two break evens, because the price moved really far and then backed up. We got out at the second and the third trade at break even. And then we did a gold for $630 profit, and then a really nice US 30 buy for $8,400 profit. And that was trade 1 of 3. So trade 2, trade 3 went break even, and we closed out so far. And again, this is why I always say, how much did you bid? $13,538.17. Proof of concept that the auto feed works, and that if you bid more, you can make more if your account can handle it. If you have the equity, if you have the balance, if you have the margin, you can take these bids. And I told you last night I pumped up the bids on a lot of this stuff. We might as well push it right to the ragged edge, and I'm going to show you pretty aggressively how to manage some of these accounts. I'm going to force some of these proof of concept accounts that I show you every morning. I'm going to force them into management mode where I have to manage. You guys have to learn that. So many people, I've had people trading my auto system for a year and not understand margin level percent at all. I'm like, wow, you are just operating on pure like hope and prayer that you're bidding properly and the market doesn't go against you. I'm like, because managing these things when they get uptight, and we'll look at the next one. I haven't looked at it yet, but I cranked the bid up to a 15x instead of, I was originally doing a 5x, then I did a 7x. I just popped it up to 15x last night. Let's see what it's doing. Now, it's only been 24 hours or less, so it's probably not hit it very hard, but we'll see. We'll see. I need you to see a management scenario, and it's going to be different with each currency pair. And we're just going to play it through. We're going to play it through. It's time to learn how to manage this stuff. All right, so that's looking really good. That's pretty exciting. Now I got to back up a little bit. So let me pull up the accounts here. I will eventually, if you're trading the one profitable trade feed, the automated feed, I've got it at 2 currency pairs right now. I will tear it back down to 1. And I'll probably go back and forth between 1 and 2 because I like to keep it rolling instead of sitting on a trade for a week. I'd really, there's enough room that you should be able to bid for at least 2 currency pairs. But I did make a warning in the group last night. I don't know if anybody's seen that or if anybody pays attention, but I did say, hey, warning, I'm going to add a currency pair trade to the one profitable trade feed. And it happened, and look at all night. Pop, 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 back and forth. So we really got some nice volume out of it. Got some movement just by adding 2 as opposed to trading 1 pair. Next one I want to look at is the $3,000 to $100,000 challenge account. I have to remember if I increased the bid on this one. So let me take a look before I share this here. Account 945. 945. Here it is. Let's take a look at what's going on. So $764 above the original $3,000. $390 drawdown, 1,250% margin level. Looking good, feeling good. This might be an opportunity for us to start managing, because you can see that what I did here was I started pumping up the bid on these particular pairs. Let's see if anything is closed at that higher lot size. So we've got, on a $3,000 account, or what, $3,700, closed $121 overnight. And we did, like, look at this. As soon as I increase the bid, and here's where people get suckered in. They're like, well, Terry, your system never loses. I doubled and tripled my bid, they'll say, and I'm doing really good. And then all of a sudden, what's happening? My margin level percent is 99%. I'm like, well, yeah, right? Because there's a happy medium there. But we're going to go ahead and push this one. Look at all these trades that closed. You can see where I was bidding original 0-1 on this account, and then all of a sudden the bids started going way up. So it goes from, a couple dollars profit to 11, 13, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, we're probably gonna overtax this account, and that's the whole point. And I'm going to show you some management scenarios. I'm not saying that we are going to make massive profits in an extreme emergency management scenario. What we're going to do is keep the account alive as best we can, given the current scenario, given the current pairs, so on and so forth, and do some mitigation. And it's probably going to be a little bit of work on my part, but you've got to get in your head, here are the things you can and should do if you have pushed your margin level percent over the edge. And that is going to happen. The idea is not to do the dumb thing here, right? And I only did it for educational purposes, is to double and triple your lot size from 10 cents to $1.50. You know what I mean? That's a 15x right there. So don't do that, but I'm going to show you what happens when you do that, and how to, the fact is, you probably, if you do it right, you're probably going to make more money in the long term. You might have a day or two, and sometimes when you had to take a small loss, or you had to close out of everything and not necessarily take a loss per se off your principal, but a loss from your profits. If you look back over here, I've got a $764 profit over what? So $289 over a week, and yeah, the 764. This still is not a 30-day old account, right? So, $764 over about a 3-week period. And I've done this before. I'm like, all right, so what's my monthly profit? What's my weekly? What's my monthly profit? So let's look at this. Weekly profit, $289.63. If I have pushed it all too far, I'm like, and I need to get out, I'm like, well, we got about $300 worth of losses that we can take and still maintain our balance, right? Because I pushed it too far, I can get rid of some of my, upside profits that I've earned in the last week or in the last month. It sucks to do that, but you're only doing that because you were overbidding to begin with. Okay, what is the next account? Go on, pause. Let me look at the account list. Let's see, we looked at that. Really the last thing to look at, and I have not upped the bid on this one because this is a small live account. I'm not interested in managing the daylights out of a freaking $1,000 account. So let's take a look at this one. 41069. Here it is. Share this with you. So remember we had this is done like a 13.7% profit in about 3 weeks. This is what's open right now. Let's see what closed last night, $7.98. All trades were winners. Pretty nice. Check, 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 check. And I'm bidding the minimum amount. It's a small account, right? I'm just going to let it grow over time, and I'll increase it. You know, once I get up, it's a $1,000 account, and it's doing, what's it going to do this month? 15, 20%? That's incredible. And as it gets up to $3,000, I can do what I'm doing with that other $3,000 account. I probably won't push it to 15x or $1.50, but I certainly will push it to 6, 8, 9x, right? Which is 60, 80, 90 cents per pip. So pretty impressive there. I believe that is it. I would like to pause once and look back. I know there was a notification on the high profit. Let me just see if that's still holding, just kind of going sideways on the current gold. But even if you look at, I mean, it's really impressive with the high profit signals bidding at a base $1 lot size to make $354 overnight, and that's more of a signal / automated, you know, you bid what you want type of thing. But you can see on the other count $13,000 in profit, because why? Exact same automated signals. I just bid more. So what did you bid? Let's go look at something. Stand by here. Let's look at this. So here we are, Bitcoin, and I was going to kind of be funny and go, well, look, you know, if you would have bought over here, if you'd have bought down here, the price went up and you'd have made a lot of money. So, you know, so you want to get into these trends. No one really knew it was going to go ballistic like that. I mean, everybody talked about it, but you don't know. I mean, look at that. And this is the 1 hour chart. So it just went up. I think down here was about 57,000. You know what? It might be, let's see, where was this? 51,000. Yeah. So it is up to 61,044 right now. Let me look at something on my mobile. Let me look at the actual one of my wallets here. $61,091.56. Up 7.5% today. Up 19.49% for the week, 7 days. Up, ready? Is this right? Up 46% for the month. Up 62% for 3 months. Up 134% for 6 months. And up 159% for the last 12 months. Yeah. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever you want. But trading Bitcoin, a lot of people started trading it on the Forex market, right? And yeah, if you bought, I did a buy the other day and made about $354. But I decided that I'm actually making more by not trading it, but just holding it. I mean, there's so much prognosticators. I mean, go out to, here, I'll show you something. I think it's kind of funny. But no one knows what's going to go on, right? But take a look at this. So if I go to this guy, and I'm going to go to his channel and go to his videos. I don't know, what's this guy's name? JP, JK, something like that. But look at him. 100K pump, 143K pump, 6 trillion, 1,600,000 coming, 150,000 coming, 170,000 coming, 5 million. So, you know, the point behind this is he's like, well, maybe people will only see one of these, and one of my predictions will be right, right? 1 million, 1 million, 600K, 10 million, 1 million, 500,000, 400,000, 200,000. Nobody knows what the hell it's going to do. Right now it's going up, and it could go back down. You know, some people predict that it's going to pull back like the Forex market does. Some people predict that it's going to pull back to 15,000. Okay. All right. I'm certainly not buying right now. That's what kind of not, you know, I'm not saying it's dumb. I'm saying that if you're buying Bitcoin right now, okay, you're going to get in a little bit of a pump. What I have, I've been holding for a long time. I bought an entire Bitcoin back in, and I always mess up the years on this, I think in 2013, you can go look this up. In 2013, an entire coin was $700 or $800, I think. And then I bought another one a few years later at $1,100. I just bought a coin, right? And yeah, do the math. It went from $800, $1,100 up to $60. It's been as high as $67, I think. We're hoping to get past that. Mark says the crystal ball holders. Yeah, they're all prognosticating. I mean, it could go down to freaking zero, right? I'm not saying buy. Now is not the time to buy. If you don't have any, go buy some. Right? Do what you want. But the time, in my eyes, I bought at a great time when I thought it was outrageously expensive at $1,100 a coin. You don't have to buy a whole coin, right? And I'm not telling you to go do anything. Here's the thing: if you take my advice, you'll lose all your money. Pretty simple. Did you see the shirt? I wonder. No one said anything on it. I'm going to go back to the group here. Did you see a bunch of people talking? All right, good. So did you see the shirt that I showed last night? It said, "Here's the shirt I'm going to do for the group, Degenerate Gamblers Club, fxwithterry.com." Can you give me your thoughts on that? Nobody said a damn word. I'm like, some people will look at this and they'll go, I would never wear that. I'm not that person. I'm like, no, you are. Maybe you don't want to admit it, but, we're all degenerate gamblers. So it looks like quite a few questions in the group there. I'll come back to that. So that's it for the day. High profit signals, as far as I'm concerned, they are absolutely crushing. And we can also do that for the Bitcoin up arrow. So it's Wednesday, February 28th. I will see you tomorrow, Thursday, March 1st, right? Yeah, I think. Or are there 29 days this month? I don't know. I guess I better look. Nope, tomorrow is the 29th. Yeah, so Friday's the 1st. But I will see you tomorrow. Get into the group. Get these free signals, premium signals, and the full auto trade. I've not been doing my best. Like if you're in the group and you're getting the free signals, but you don't have access to the premium, you don't have access to the auto trading, you're not really aware of how active that end of it is. So I'm going to start doing a lot more. In fact, we'll come back over here while I'm saying this. I'm going to start doing a lot more to share this kind of stuff and post images like this, which I started yesterday, whenever I see a premium signal launch, and it's just hashtag upgrade premium inside the group. It's more trades. I mean, I'm in the free signals area. Yeah, I'm deliberately pulling it back. It's proof of concept. Go ahead and take my free signal trades. But if you're living off of my free signal trades and winning, like I just seen a guy said he took his $10,000 account to a $13,000+ account using just my free signals. Like, I must be giving too many free signals. The idea is to give you a taste, right? It's like a drug dealer. Here's a little taste for free, right? But the biggest profit, the ultimate place to be is in the full auto trade. I mean, that's where you should be. You don't want to sit there with getting blisters on your thumbs typing in all the orders, because you probably can't keep up with that. But it is what it is. The idea is to not make you rich off of free signals, because no one else's signals are doing as well as mine do. Show me. It's not out there. It's not out there. Certainly no one's auto system is doing better than all of the different auto feeds that I have. So, all right, that's it. I'm going to stop. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you tomorrow, Thursday morning, bright and early, and we'll see what all of this degenerate gambling brings us to. Take care. I will talk to you then.